স্যামসাং নাম ও করলাই কিতা ও করলাই কিতা বম মারলাই ইট দিলা তো উপরে কাম করে কিনইলো তাই নো ফালমারি লইলো না আটা তাই তোরা চমড়া খাবো টাকা ধরো ও তো তুমি জানো মাইরিয়া আসছিল বেটা রে ইটো দোকানে তুমি না দিছো আর তো ছুটিয়া পড়ছে উফরে যেসা কেন আর দিছো না নি পার হইতে সময় ইট ফোর্সে কইতো নেই তো তুমি জানো বাড়ি হামাইছো না নি বুঝছি যেসা কান তো নয় বাড়ি কা ইয়ার ইটাই যাও ভাই না ইট তোমাদের একবারে নরো বুঝছো নি একবারে নরো আমিও কতদিন অন্য কাম করছি ইট লাগাইছি মানে আমিও একদিন ঘুরে আসছিলাম টেম্পার নাই তো রে সবাই তো বাড়ি খাইয়া সবাই আইছে তুমি তেন করছো জানো তুমি তেন কইতে পারছো ওটা ভালো হয়েছে তাও রুচে ভালো লাগাই লইছিল আর লাগাইয়ে পড়ে গেছে আমি আইলাম বলা দিলাম দুদিন তো না তো অন্তর বড় ঠিক আছে তোমার
Back after injury. Still a prolific career. Pressure that was on Australia. In that change. So again, this time, two pitched. So driven through the offside. Off boundary. Also just a little bit of the opening of the blade to make sure he gets the gap. Score in front of him is going to get past him. Does so comfortably. He'll enjoy that.
Hello, así lo mismo hace. Ada kita bukan tu. Oh, aku nggak di foto. Oh, kita loh. This drive series. Lanka
Quick single. Three drives, pretty big drives, but just gets one. Just kind of having to wait for the ball to get to him a little bit. Not quite coming on this pitch. Comfortable enough with the single. Trying to figure out a way to rotate here, even though it's just 9 balls gone. Look is comfortable. Sacrificing most of the strike. One ball. What is helter skelter and looking like they're kind of forcing the issue.
Trying to get it down to third. That fielder on the boundary offside is on a gully line, so anything finer than that will race away. So I'm looking for that gap. It's a very wide turn. Likely unlucky. And this matchup very small sample size. Previous game it was Salman Mirza. But the better of Saka. Pace of delivery. So far is to the Seema.
বুঝরা তুমি যাইও না
Just passes
বাবা শুনতে বাবা আও হাসপাতালে তুমি যাইও না
না আইয়া আমি
না গিয়া
আমি আইয়া তোমার সাথে
যাই ইউ গিয়া
Does possess this varying deliveries and pull out a slow ball there to previous match. Just shows his Yorker right there. Was nearly
shot ball pulled away and pulled away extremely well, way in front of square, and that's a boundary to end the second. 13 without loss.
just about each time you talk the guy up and then it's right in the middle of the pitch. Too short, doesn't get up at all. But Nesaka feasts on those. Beautifully played.
Don't learn, do you, Bob?
It's like a mile of here.
13 without loss, as you said, for me, very comfortable these openers are looking. There's no way a start which has raced out of the block. So Pakistan also just at the moment sitting in, we want to just be able to stem the flow throughout these first 6 overs. Francha Freely. Pakistan won't mind this. They say, okay, 6 and over, you take your medicine. Hotel Mobile, official mobile handset partner. Maybe can give you 36-40 in the power play, that's fine. You can see too many because Sri Lanka have been very good in the power play in this tri-series. They want to make use of these first 6 overs.
Generally been a tough leg to ball to deal with when it's been called. In the series, whoever it is on either of the pitches that we've been on. Ball that one game.
Oh, he's hit that. And he's hit that beautifully. That has gone for a maximum.
Shot of a man in form. Puts him in a circle, tried the ball before, it was a bit fuller than that, and he couldn't quite get it away. Goes again this time, and that's some strike. Oh, listen to that. 6 sumptuous runs.
তারাও ভালো হয়েছে তারাও ভালো হয়েছে আর কেউ না
অপুর কেটে কেটে না সাইজু মুখায় এক মাটি করে দিলে তোমার বড়ি বুঝাইয়া আরেক মাটি করে দিলে তোমার মতো এই মাটি করে রাখলা পাওয়াতে কোন হিরে ওরা মারি না ওই হাইবার
Lanka, the three. Best of prize series. The pace of delivery. Pakistan's success. About 40 in the previous game. This hasn't started well through this prize series, but now is the time. Shot freely from round the wicket. Still back in quick delivery, but after being hit for 6, Shah freely thought, well, taste off is the way to go. You gotta get the length right. If you do, that's a slightly early. Then you're in with a huge shout, particularly early doors. They're looking to try and get boundaries. He's just picked one up, and he's looking to do exactly the same thing because he thinks it's the same delivery. Foxed. Turned away leg side, he get off the mark, Will Mendes. After 3, it is 21 for 1. Salman didn't think he'd got it. You look at those 2 deliveries. Very similar. After the same thing and change. We have been sitting outside watching and would have noted that. Once you get a wicket, you stem the flow. Once the batting team back a little, they take a little bit more time now with the new man in. Mirza trying to score.
আর ওগুলা বেটার
Drops.
That's it through that offside, that big wide field on.
Closely to it with regard to how the surface is behaving after that last one. It just seemed like it might have stayed a touch low before first of the overs and panic just
Yanis, এটা 10
Off
টাকা দে
swing and a miss. And one is the variant, one that just goes away from the left-hander.
বিরাট
Yeah, this is an opportunity. It's full. It's in the slot.
কত
He's
হলো ভাই
probably tried to hit that too hard, trying to hit the cover off it because the opportunities have been few and far between, and in so doing, he's missed it completely. Sweating on something to get away
70 টাকা চাই না দিতাম নি
so that they can use this power play effectively.
It's a leg side, the timing is good and the distance even better. Drives it leg side, but it goes all the way.
Wonder if he nominated. And next up would be a slow one into the pitch, and he just picks it up beautifully. Nobody out there, wide open spaces. But never mind, even if there was, they couldn't have stopped that. It sails all the way for 6. Lovely shot. It's been a bit of a boundary or nothing for Sri Lanka in this little first phase. And what they would like is for a little bit more rotation, the ability just to get the ball away and rotate strike, get that board moving. Otherwise, the pressure builds too much. And then you feel as if you've got to do something big at once. Thereby, not short of giving away an opportunity.
To the offside, a chance! Direction might have been interesting. Wanted to rotate
লাইভ করে
strike,
না
but the opportunity not there.
ইতিমধ্যে আপনারা দেখতে পাচ্ছেন
28 for 1.
বয়স দেখুন দেখো
ওই মারো যা সময় যাবে
পাঁচজনে দেখা দুজনে লাইক করে
The inability to
কিন্তু
rotate.
এক ভিডিও এটা 2500 উপরে সাবস্ক্রাইব হয়েছে ভিউ
Make a single
আসে দেখে ছিলা
fielding.
আর ওটা মোবাইল হইলে আরো সুন্দর হইতো
It's about you.
এরা কত সুন্দর ছিল তোমার ওটা লাগাইতে সিমত
আনিসরে বললাম তার মোবাইলটা দিত গাইরা দিল না
Any opportunity that comes
তোর মোবাইলটা বললাম দিতে দিলে না চার্জ আসেনি দূর কর এটা তো যাইব কি 10 মিনিটে
Pakistan winning the toss and bowling first. First forwards 28 runs score. Finai now into the attack. Just outside off stump over from there. Yadav will be pretty happy. The way things have gone so far. Lanka wanted a swift shot so far. It's been slightly scratchy. Not really raced out of the blocks. This one is hit down the ground, pitched up. And that has been beautifully hit.
Just think back to the one he gets full from Salman and he tries to hit the cover of it. Contrast it with this shot. In control fully and doesn't hit it that hard. Just hits through the line, keeps it shape, and that flies away. A superb shot. Really well played by Mishara. Strikes at 140 in T20s. Does Mishara. So very dangerous player. Up the order. Slower into the pitch. Shahid Sharafidi is a wonderful operator. Look at the length there. He just comes back from and gets dispatched for 6, or goes back to that length that's fuller and takes pace off. The accuracy paying off, the smartness, street smartness, and the skill with the accuracy bowling the slow ball pays rich dividends, because that's a form batter he's got, and it punches a hole in that Sri Lankan batting.
On the ground, race away for the single. Shot on to 20. Finding his way through his innings, navigating front. Remember, there's just 8 deliveries, 8 legal deliveries left in the power play. Want to make the most of that. So far, it's the slow ones into the pitch that have pace off. Peshapi tries to lift this over. Just gets enough. Couple of runs.
You're recognizing.
KFC, flip the bucket challenge. All you have to do is flip the KFC bucket onto your head as fast as you can, and you can win finger-licking good prizes.
The bowlers recognizing there's value in taking the pace off on this pitch. The batters also setting themselves for that.
After 5, it is 39 for 1. It's a very fine start because adjustment was needed on a pitch that didn't have a lot of grass. Sri Lanka are smoking it. 39 for the loss of 1. One great thing about this young kid Mishara is that he picks up the leg slowly. Anything pitched up or shorter leg goes.
That's all doing.
So once again, an example of how quickly he picks up the link, just like that man. 50 comes up for Sri Lanka.
They'll be happy with this power play. This over and the previous, which went for 11. Now got them rolling again. Just as we were discussing 2 days ago, Ramesh, you brought it up as well. How the spin is managed. The same 2 players who did so well a couple of days ago out there. That's where over number 6 to 12 the game becomes very, very important.
Yeah, that's going to be critical. How Sri Lanka plays in the innings. They need Bishara and Mendes out there for that middle face challenge. On the set goes away from keeper's dive and given as ball advice. Yeah, that's what Bishara has done to Mirza and company, because he's been on the attack, so they've got to really think very fast on their feet, and they've really not been able to do much about this left-hander's recent quality. Relentless attack from Bishara has got them thinking, and they seem to be at 6s and 7s.
I think they've been surprised by Bishara. As I mentioned, what he'd shown them was one-dimensional. But here, I think they've been surprised by Nishan. As I mentioned, what he'd shown them was one-dimensional. But here he is a quality player.
It's worked away to the gun for a single, timing them so well.
Pakistan targeting Katuri Sanka Mendes and done really well. Katuri Sanka dismissed twice in a similar way. 58 for 1 Sri Lanka 2 days ago. They ended up with 184. Last ball of the power play.
Wickets in hand is going to be key. This is a different pitch. I think you expect this to spin just a little bit more. Needs 6 batsmen out there to seal off that middle phase of the innings. Pats it down to the third fielder for a run. End of the power play after 6, 56.
Put it to bat. Both players with runs behind them. They started off well. But Shaheen Shafri, the slow one, after being hit for a 6 of the wicket of Nisanka. But Kamil Bishara, 76 superb runs to take Sri Lanka home or give them a place in the final. Relief for them. He's out there continuing from where he left off. Here's Pint, here's Abrar.
Going at a fabulous rate of 9.33. Even if they halt a little bit and play properly, providing with breakthroughs, I think Sri Lanka would have done themselves and team a very, very good job.
Actually,
It is a coolly big
আমার তো রোল
Ini kita butuh loh lagi.
If he's going to be the key in the next 4 or 5 overs, then it's going to be probably a chance.
Look at here.
One on it. I'm looking for it. Below a G, Jasper Labs. So, who's it?
ইনে তো
হউনু
খেলা কি আলে খেলা নাই তো
আর বাইরে কইরা হেলেন নে আগে
সে তো এখানে দিলা
কই
কত দে ওই গেল ইয়ার দিন বলো ওই তো দিলাই হোটেল বেল দিলার কোনটা
তেলের সাবান হইলো কয়জন মানুষ বেশি
10 টাকা করে কইতে
ওই জীবন
তেল 10 টাকা সামান 10 টাকা এটা 10 টাকা ফেরে লম্বে 10 টাকা
অর্ডার দিলাম আচ্ছা
হইছে
ওই তো ব্রো
Adjusting that
এখন যে বাকর ধরো
ওই চলো
হেরে লাগে আলাদা বাজার শুনি
আর কিতে আলাদা
সরকার বলকার কথা
ইয়ার বেকাতে
হেনো লাগিবা
ইয়ার বেকাতে ইয়ার বেক আমার বিভাগে ইনসানের বিরো নাই গেল নাই
does pick up wickets in
তোমার লাগা
আলাদা করে বললো কিন্তু দেখো বললো থাকে
তোমার লাগা দিগো
ওই দিলাই যে গেলে তো বল আমরা কি বল এখন তারা ওটা কি আর একটু দিতে ওখানে কি রিঙে ডালো তখন তো বড় আমরা বাসিনে আছে আমার কাছে কথা কি আছে এটা ওই ইয়ে দিলাই তো ওই দিলাই মানে কেন মানে কেন হইয়া তার মাটি না রুই বাবা ওখান তো তোমার বড় লাগে এইটা
আব্বা
আর তো দো দিন ওই যে দাও জানি আছি ওই যে বাদে মনে
regularly in the power play session.
তাই বেটা টাকা লই দিন
He should have preferred option, but if Surrender is bowling in the power play rubbish, that means they're in trouble. The answer taking a battery who's coming to plug it. 165, 170 is what Sri Lanka should target if they can get the foundation right. You go for more. It is looking a very dry pitch. Spinners have had more of a say on this pitch than the other. Nice fly and a bit of grip and spin. So when he's getting the ball to trick, that means that there is roughness on the surface. Apparently, it's beginning the wicket, not a big spin of the ball. Sri Lanka might also feel that 180 might not be enough. The way Pakistan chased the other day, they showed a lot of strength to come back from 4 for 43 to get within striking distance. Red cricket this time.
ওয়াজ দিও আর জয় বাংলা দিও আগুন একটা অনেক দিও
Super Asia. This is right. Just stuff for you to choose. Ship machine to easels. Therefore, Sri Lanka should judge by only on this pitch and in relation to today. How much they need not be intimidated. They're founded before the
ও ফারুক ভাই দিলেন কি
ওকে আল্লাহ
Seven over 64 in Sri Lanka, looking good. So important that Ishara, who's been in good form, continues to flourish. Yeah, a little bit of hesitancy there, there's the flying dive. Left nothing to chance, it was a full length dive and dive that was timed quite well in the end. Saim Ayub coming on to bowl, 20 wickets. A late starter as far as bowling is concerned, but is creating a bit of an impact for Pakistan. Gets it to spin. Outside edge. Should he be given a slip? I don't know. He's not sure. Attacking option is there. A filler oblique touch wicket taking option. That one gripped and spun.
Bowled slow through the air too. He's brought into the attack and not Mohammad Nawaz because at this stage, Pakistan feel it's the left-hander, Mishara, who's more of a threat at this particular point.
I don't know whether the modern day batsmen feel that there's a calming game as well in T20 cricket, because they seem to be dead set in hitting the ball, irrespective of whether the ball is gripping or not.
And as you mentioned, Mike Hesson, the Pakistan coach, feeling cold. Isn't he from Dunedin, the coldest place down there?
It is, but he's not been warm now for good 3-4 weeks, so the temperatures can absolutely drop down to less than 10 in a matter of hour or so. I mean, 8, 9, 10 p.m. and you feel that there's chill in the air. That one kept low by the way.
The rugby ground down in Dunedin is known as the House of Pain because of the
हेलो भाई लोग, सब लोग ने चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करना एवं और लाइव वीडियो देखने के लिए चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करना, लाइक करना.
Oh, that's a wide one. Quicker ball from Saim Ayub, looking for the other spin also. 100% confidence with that referee here. Hello here.
Well, here you go. The temperature in summer in Dunedin at the moment is 11 degrees. We're going to be having 8 degrees here later this evening.
You see a New Zealander wearing jumpers and you feel that there's something wrong. Either it's -6 or that he's not feeling too well. Nicely played. Bend low to collar that one. Eight done, 68 for 1.
हेलो भाई लोग, सब लोग ने इस चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करना, लाइक करना मोर वीडियो लाइव देखने के लिए. और इस तरह इसलिए कि थोड़ा तकलीफ में हूँ, इसलिए इस तरह लाइव टेलीकास्ट कर रहा है. बाद में मैच जो भी नतून आएगा, मैं कोशिश करूँगा जो सब मैच क्लियर की तरह देखने के लिए. तो सब पर रिक्वेस्ट करता हूँ, सब चैनल सब्सक्राइब करना.
Yeah, we're talking about this film from Nilapur. It's been released on 28th in a partnership between Fawad Khan and Mayra Khan, famous actress. Oh, that's gone. That's smack out of the middle of the bat for 6. First boundary in 6 overs, and it was a smack.
50 partnership. What a hit. A little bit of pressure was building, but he picked that quickly. It was more faster. Coming Mishara. JC is showing. Normally you need a little bit of bounce to hit sixes, but that was extremely low bounce and held himself to a fantastic sixer. First boundary, 3 overs, not 6. And some wider angles being provided by the umpire. In the meantime, Mishara on 44. Going along nicely. I saw Hawkins trying to cover for a single. You can feel that there is rhythm and flow in this partnership. 56 on 38 this partnership.
মেলবেট বিশ্বস্ত এজেন্ট দেশি এবং প্রবাসী ভাইয়েরা মেলবেট অ্যাকাউন্ট নিতে এবং
Single, just keep milking it around, keeping it going.
Batting very sensibly, Mendes. No need for heroics because Mishara has got this under control. 4 sixes and 2 boundaries in Mishara's innings so far.
And if someone's striking it well, the partner should have the presence of mind to give him more of the strike so that he doesn't lose his rhythm.
Scoop up in the air, it's safe. It's an extra bit of bounce, so you've got to really be careful. I think the lack of bounce or at times a bounce like this will challenge you. 78 forward.
That was so slow. It was through the shot. Average speed around 90, but this one from abroad was 73.
Nice beginning from Sri. Fantastic delivery. Well, this one is straight up one from Sam. He used a couple of very good deliveries to start his over.
Bowman is going to take control. This is harder for the left-hander. With the way the ball's turning, but how about that? Goes the other way. A cutter. Really clever.
Yeah, I think they've got this going quite nicely, Sri Lanka. Don't need to panic. Even if they have a couple of fine moments in this over, so be it. 79 for 1 after 10, say, is a good score. Because I think it'll progressively become a difficult pitch to bat on.
More ball in the over.
Shot goes straight to the fielder. This looked very, very special. Mishara on 48. His partner is on 14, 81 for 1 after 10. And it's time for drinks.
itu malah ya Pak. Kemarin kalau nanti kita boleh di dalam baca. Foto ibu maaf itu. আমার নেই
The final time in this try series. Sri Lanka at 10 over mark, 81 for 1. Bishara looking good once again. Got the boundary. On 6 occasions, 4 of those have flown away. 4 big hits, accessing all parts of the ground. He's a wonderful player to watch. The class and timing, and also pack a real punch. More importantly, for Sri Lanka continues off match winning ability from a couple of days ago. A very good, strong square off the feet, including when he's presenting the vertical patch face to hit down the ground. First 10 overs, Sri Lanka will be very happy, 81 for 1. Mohammad Nawaz for the first time with the ball in the final. Lovely touch. Very good timing as well, and a couple of runs will ensure Kamran Mishara brings up another milestone. Back-to-back half centuries in the T20 format, and the third one in his career so far. It's been a treat to watch.
Pressure runs appreciated by his teammates and the whole change room. Nicely manipulated and placed. Coach happy. Nishara happy. All of Sri Lanka happy.
Just not enough. Timing not there, and luckily for Mishara. And of course, in front of Babaraz in there.
Yeah, this just bounces on it. That's not quite short enough and trying to make the shot. Hits really high on the blade. Hits the stickers. They go square or with that wide of that mid-on to get away for 4 in that region.
Straight to the man, yes! Brilliant take by Babarazam, keeping in the field of play. And a much important win. Pakistan have to.
The break does it. How disappointing that will be for Kusal Mendes. Uses his feet and decides he's going to take on the long off-fielder. doesn't really get to it, and so in the end can't quite get under and hits it. He's gone for 14. Sri Lanka 84 for 2.
With a promotion who's out number 4 for Sri Lanka.
They just get a sense he's right-handed, and it would have been Pereira who would have walked out, and therefore presenting the same threat at either end would be easy enough to combat. So they'd rather go with the left-right combination.
Brilliant, and almost had him. But Davaz is very good with the ball. Did he manage to drag Ratnaikar out? Has Usman shelled this?
Yeah, missed opportunity. Could have been gone, should have been gone first ball.
Salman Ali company applying the pressure. Slipping for the new back as the first one just drags him out. He's been brilliant with the ball. Mohammad Nawaz now becomes the highest wicket taker in the series with 8.
No boundaries for Kusal Mendes. Their partnership was good though, and so in an assessment of self, he felt he needed to do more. But as a partnership, they were going really well and controlling the game, putting pressure on the bowling. Didn't need that loss of a wicket, needed it to continue some more.
Mohammad Nawaz with the strike in his very first over. 11 done, Sri Lanka 86 for 2.
Good catch. Has to be mindful of the boundary behind him. Didn't have the time because it was hit really hard and flat. And throws his head back for some Mendes as he walks off because he was sweating on a boundary. Wanted to get one away, and he was 14 of 18 in the end, and he wasn't doing a bad job. His was to feed the strike to Mishara, who's going particularly well, but got a little anxious and tried to do a bit more than was necessary at the time.
Mohan Nawaz will continue. Highest wicket taker in the tournament with 8, and more importantly, his economy very good. 6 runs and over throughout. Started the power play on number 1-6. Lead boundary from Mishara. The boundaries are as if they have dried up. It's a concern in terms of Russell Arnold mentioned a couple of times how Sri Lanka have battled the spin in the middle phase. You mentioned the Mendes Mishara partnership. Despite the boundaries drying up, was still going 64 or 49. That partnership, so the ones and twos were doing the trick. Very slow through the air. Almost through the kitchen sink at this Mishara. Justin maybe at the hit. Fans once again eating numbers, and they keep flooding the Tapalti lounge as well, enjoying Pakistan's finest. Through the air, could have been gone the very first delivery. Osman Khan couldn't quite collect the ball. The stumping opportunity. The good over 3 runs off it for the first 4.
Nice job there. Just in the sense that Mishara will feel they need to be doing more with Nawaz, and him particularly. Even though he's in good bowling form, that matchup of left-arm orthodox against the left-hander who is in is one that they'll look to try and exploit, and he'll feel he needs to do more.
At the moment, it is just the 6 from Nawaz's second. 98 for 2. Six bowlers so far, and the spinners doing the job. Shine Sharp really impacted the game in the very first part of the power play. Saim Ayub was quietly sneaked in 3 overs here off the 16. The balls bowling in tandem, the spinners applying the squeeze here on Sri Lanka.
क्या बैटिंग कर
Straight down the
Oscar
ground,
gala.
but it's all vertical.
Oh.
Get the field and get this, yes!
अस्कर वाला
Tremendous effort by Babar Azam. He is taken a
बंगाली
blinder.
वाला जगह है
And an important one to dismiss Kamil Mishra.
The left-hand, right-hand combination is so right-hander deals with off-spinner, left-hander deals with left-arm orthodox. Saeem is able, though, to take it away from the lefty and also away from the right-hander. Decides he's going to use his feet, doesn't quite get to it. Babar certainly gets to that. It's a top catch, and with the pressure having been built, was important to take that catch. And it's the end batter, Mishara, who's gone for 59. It's 98 for 3.
पूरे कितना होता काम लोग तो इलाज में नहीं करते नहीं कर भाई
Assalamualaikum ভাই দেশে ভাইরা বেট অ্যাকাউন্ট করতে চান দেখেন কমেন্ট বক্সে হোয়াটসঅ্যাপ লিংক আছে
Bowled it so well, you have to go upstairs.
TVM 5 director. We have a review for IW. On this is not out. Check the trick. It's fidelity. Let's start with the front one, please. Bowlers close to the bat. Let's confirm with our catch, please.
सब भाई ने प्लीज चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करना, लाइक करना, मोर वीडियो देखने के लिए।
Captain bat ball. Keep rolling over to the bat. Satisfied, no bat involved. You can move on to ball track when it's ready. Please. Original decision not out. Pitching in line, back to line. Wickets missing. That's it. You can stay with your original decision. Stand by. You are staying now.
But Usman, because he got it right. Going over the top, that's exactly what Saim was asking Usman. Tell me if it's going high, I will convince the captain.
That has turned round the corner. For those of you who love physics, physics is in everything, by the way. Round the wicket, the angle of that ball going kind of down that leg side from release and nearly pitching outside leg. Rouge could have fitted between the gap between ball and bat. That's how much he missed it by.
Yeah, meaning there was a gap. Not a tiny one. In physics of the cricket. Now you also see for me when the ball lands, it's just a puff of dust, a bit of the pitch that just disintegrates, small piece of the top that just flies when the ball.
What you want to look at as well when he releases it is how wide he is on the crease. Got something on it, fortunately. We had tough going against Saeed, who's got it on a string, good control of length, good control of line, and really high ribs on the ball as well, and getting a response off the surface.
This is top stuff from Pakistan. Applying that squeeze in that middle, together between Saim and Mohammad Nawaz, both picking up a wicket apiece, and this one was the last to fall. Brilliant judge of where the ball would end up from Babar Azam, running in from long on. This is top stuff. Absolutely magical stuff from Saim Ayub. 14 down, 100 for 3.
Goodness gracious. And if you see a Sri Lankan batter react like this, they know about it turns where they come from. You look at Kusal Pereira here. It's like he's seen a goal. My goodness. That it's not Casper.
And no friendly goes for Sri Lanka. Luckily for Pakistan, the two bowlers in tandem spinning a web around the opposition at the moment.
And he'll be happy Saim Ayub was done. 1 for 17 from his 4. But there's more spin to come.
भाई लोग सामने प्लीज़ चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करना, लाइक करना, प्लीज़ भाई चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करना, वीडियो को लाइक करना, और अगली बार जो लाइव टिकट आएगा मैं कोशिश करूँगा जो पूरी तरह क्लियर दिखाने के लिए, और आपके लिए जो चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करना.
They're out there. Is are we doing enough? Enough to be winning the game? And should they feel that they aren't, then they try and do something more. Try and change things, change the flow of the game. But sometimes there can be a miscalculation because the information you go on might be because of what has happened with the seamers rather than with the spinners. And in that miscalculation, you just open the door for your opposition. The start that Sri Lanka had here was a good start.
It was 28 deliveries to the last boundary came up when Kamal Mishara got out. Now it's up to 6 overs, 36 deliveries, and this should be another. Keeper settles, keeper takes it. This is now becoming all too easy for Pakistan. The spinners are having their say. Abroad as well.
Abra's been tight. And needs to be. Because he's going to build on the work done by Nawaz and Saeed. And he reaps the rewards. Pereira gone for just 1. Sri Lanka sliding. It's 103 for 4.
अस्सलामुअलैकुम भाई, मुझे तो मेरा बेटा अकाउंट खोलते चांस
भाई प्लीज़ चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करना, लाइक करना। मैं कोशिश करूँगा अगली बार जो नতুन मैच आएगा मैं कोशिश करूँगा जो आपको पूरी तरह से क्लियरली दिखाने के लिए। लाइक करना भाई।
Position they were in at 84 for 4. Captain not interested. Sliding down with the angle. Does that have the distance? I don't think so. Another one bites the dust. And it's another one that Babar Azam has bounced. He has been phenomenal patrolling the fence tonight. And Abrar has too. And 4 for 5.
Oh dear. Sri Lanka asked the question by the spinners and so far have had no response. Not able to work them around and in the quest to hit them for boundaries have popped the ball up in the air. The catching's been good. 3 for Baba, 8 for Ratnaka. Sri Lanka 5 down for 104. Sri Lanka's innings going the wrong way. Since the power play, they've just got 49 runs in 9.1 overs. Have lost 4 wickets. So not even run a ball. Yeah, that's not surprising. This is a phase that our focus has always been on, but Sri Lanka has struggled against spin. In the game against Pakistan a couple of days ago, they scored 79 in that phase. That's 8 plus. That gives you that foundation. Today, our play they got a similar score, but with the spinners holding it slower. Yes, this pitch is a little harder. The ball's gripping and turning. But 4 for 48 in that 9-over period is a problem. It's a problem that has existed. 5 after the power play. Can they clear again this time? Bottom edge. Ball doesn't bounce. Jeez. Sri Lanka are crumbling. The innings in complete free fall. Muhammad Nawaz slightly quicker, but it just keeps on stays a little bit low. Inside edge up to the stumps. Pakistan powering through. Sri Lanka have stumbled big time. Diana get out without scoring 105 for 6. That's a runner. Oh, gets speed. Beautiful delivery. Drift in, bounce and turn. When you receive a ball like that first up, your mind gets muddled. The angle, turn, bounce. Yes, Hassan Ranga would say, I have to bowl on this.
You got to remember, you need runs, you need more than this, a lot more, so you can try to pressure on the opposition. Dropped. Salman Aliaga. The chances coming. The spinners are almost unplayable. Backs away, tries to just jab it away. There is that slip in place. It's gone straight to him. But it's gone quickly. It's hard as well, isn't it? He's taken it off the stump, so that would mean Salman Aliaga to save next day. Blocked by the keeper. It's sudden, you see it right? Nawaz with a successful over. 16 gone, 106 for 6.
বাদাম চলে
খার যেহেতু পাকিস্তান আর শ্রীলঙ্কা দেখি
Doesn't bounce as much as he thought it would.
এটা ফাইনাল খেলা নেই
What we're seeing is variable bounce and turn. Yes, it's a challenging pitch. You need to identify and grind your way.
ये वीडियो चले ना नहीं चैनल अपना ना नहीं
भाई सब लोग चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करना लाइक करना मोर वीडियो देखने के लिए
2 for 17 for Brown, 1 for 17
একটা
for
কত ইয়ে তাইছি
for Simon Ayub.
এই দিনে
2
লাইছি
for 13 of his 3 for
2600 ভিউ হইছে
really rocked
আরটা মোবাইল দরকার
Brown into his final over.
মোবাইলের অ্যাপস দিয়ে খেলাতে ভিতরে দেখো চালে ক্লিয়ার না দেখো খালি চ্যানেলের লোগো বাদে
Against the spin.
বহু সা খাইলে একটু ঠান্ডা
We go
Kita nilai
tell.
lagi
Always a
nilai
moment.
বিস্কুট লইতে না kita
oh iya
বুদার কাছে নাই দেখি
Simply moment. We go tell.
ও মানিক ভাই রে কইলা দিত বলে মানিক ভাই কম্পিউটারে করো জেলা দো মোলা
Hit a wall as this
प्लीज भाई सब लोगों को चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करना वीडियो को लाइक करना
last 2
मैं कोशिश करूंगा अगली बार जो नतून मैच आएगा मैं कोशिश करूंगा जो क्लियर की तरह देखने के लिए
84. 81 for 1 at the drinks break. Kusal Mendy's
अरे भाई सब्सक्राइब करने के लिए पैसे नहीं लगते
6.3 overs. That's
मेरे को सपोर्ट चाहिए आप लोग को सपोर्ट कीजिए मैं कोशिश करूंगा अगली बार जो नतून मैच आएगा मैं क्लियरली आपको दिखाने के लिए
Swamis. Still not going anywhere. Feeling the cold of feeling the heat. It's just fallen apart after the drinks break for Sri Lanka. That's all that Sri Lanka can do. There's been plenty of turn on offer, but haven't been able to counter it at all. Just 19 balls remaining. At least somehow they need to get themselves to 135 at least. Not the ball turns and they come out to bowl as well. But then 7 for 6 after 17.
অনেক বই
Power play.
ও দুনিয়া তিনটা সাত
Everything's fallen away. Pakistan have been brilliant with the ball. Stop the run.
আমরা কিন্তু
To standstill.
আমরা কিন্তু
They're able to take
Nato.
pick up with
Nato, what are you gonna
spin.
say?
Nawaz again for his final over.
আরটা মোবাইল হইলে
hari hari kan tuh yang jangka jentel ya
না তো তোরা হলো হলো ভালো
আর কিন্তু itu না
His smooth cups of tea in the Tapal Tea Lounge.
itu
Pakistan's #1 tea brand.
এরা চা খাস
তিনটা নাই না তিনটা জিরো তখন লাইছি বাগনা করে দেয় এসে মই চিত্ত নাই গিয়ে লইয়া গিয়ে বেটা খাটুন লইয়া পড়ি থাকে ইউনিভার্সিটি পরীক্ষা
না ইয়ে করতে অন্য তুই লোক করিয়া রাখিস
You think they'd be pace on in
এটা
those
দিন
2 hours, but
ও তো কাটে লইয়া পড়ি থাকবো
when do you really think, yeah,
পরীক্ষা
196?
থেকে
What kind of
ওটা
throw do you wonder?
লাগাও মাঝে মাঝে শয়তানি করে
তোরা কইলাম ওগুতা পরিষ্কার করতে
The series,
পরিষ্কার
pace,
কেটা কি হয়েছিল তো সুইজে কইলাম এটার যে
it's been pretty
মাথার ক্লিপ নাই মাথার মাঝে যে তারা স্কার্ফ বাঁধে
সিল্লা খান
ওই একবারে এটা আগলোস মানে দুদিন বাদে এসে ও মহিলাই গিয়ে শর্ট কাটিয়ে আসে বেজ বদলাই দিল
Ranga and Chanaka decided, well, maybe this is the last over.
19 আর 3টা দিন
Just
ঘুরে দিলাম
another thing, man, that happens when spinners are bowling. Short run up, they get
এটা
to
তো
the
পাওয়ার
wicket.
ছিল
এটা তো জানি বাজার আইছি
আমি কই পাও যদি প্লাস্টার মারে এই প্লাস্টার দেশাল লাখান মাস দেড় মাস পেয়ে টান দিবে
Mentally,
এবার তো রিস্কা তো আমার কোনো সম্ভব নাই
লড়াচড়া করতে পারতাম না
offside.
প্লাস্টারে দৌড়বো অসুবিধা নেই
গন্ত নে একবারে ঘন্টা পর্যন্ত
প্লাস্টার মারা থাকবো
তাই ফাও তেরা করতে পারতাম না কইছে সব নুরুগুলো ফাও তুলতে পারতাম না
সুজা লইয়া গেলে বলতে
অফুজি ডাক্তার
বেটা 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 গাড়ি চালাইতে পারে না তো বেটা খবর দুর্বল আমি খবর দিল খবরে লড়ে মোটরসাইকেল চালাই আমি একদিন দিয়ে আসি
আমি গেলাম তো বাক্কা লাগা করে
Really wanted to turn.
আর আমার ফোন দেখবো দেখো
Off stump, uprooted.
সুজন হয়তো এ যাই নিলে এ যাই করি আর ভাই
The change of pace has been brilliant.
এটা কিটা লাগাইছে
They've really played around with it, the length.
হ্যালো কিটা
56 balls.
আচ্ছা যাই চলতে ঠেকা ঢুকা গিলা দিবে লইয়াইবে নি না কিটা আচ্ছা বিকাশে দিলাই ওখান তো লোহা লাগবে ইমার্জেন্সি কিছু ওখান
Yours.
আচ্ছা
Deliveries remaining disappearing very fast.
আমি লাগাই তো অঙ্কে লাগতা নাইলে কুত্তার দিব
Wickets disappearing even faster.
আমি চাইছিলাম জিম্বাবুটা যাইতে ভাই
11 for 7.
ও আমার ভাই ও খাম খাম করে পর্যন্ত ও প্রথম 2 মাস আইনা টাকা 32,000 দিয়েছেন আমার
কত দিনে
2 মাসে ও ফাস্ট জায়গা করলো বেশি জরুরি হয়ে গেছে আল্লাহ করে দেন যে হয়েছে টাকা দেখবে না শ্রীলঙ্কার ভারতে পেয়েছেন এটা শেষ খাই দিয়েছে
আমি ইকান কইরাম না চাইছিলাম জিম্বাবুটা যাইতো
বাবু গেলে আরো কন্টেস্ট করতে পাকিস্তান তারপরে
একলা ইয়ে
সিকন্দর রাজা
To the
এবার সিকন্দর রাজা সারা খেলা ধরে রাখিলে আবার শুনে
last delivery.
আইপিএল আনে না নেতা
আইপিএল খেলাই তো
খেলা এখন তো
ও
Shamira
গতবার তো খেলাইলো পাঞ্জাব না কিছু
সে তো দামে আনো বিরাট দামে আনো করে তার খেলা তার ব্যাটিং লাইন গুলা বোলিং লাইন
ফিল্ডিংও ভালো
Mandova's 4 overs, 3 for 17.
কেউ আসেনি ধরে রাখছেনি আই বাবরে রাখছেনি আই কত গেছে
6 wickets.
1 ঘন্টা 35 মিনিট একবারে ভিডিও কাটি আনলে তো বুঝা যাইব ভিউ কত হইছে
Nicely charged. Trying to break
ভিডিও হইলে আবার ভিউ হইল না মোবাইল দুইটো হই গেলে
Hold out.
তো হামায় বারো মানুষ
Oh, trying to
বাংলায়
get
গেল তো চলছে আই
হুম,
এখানে আর এইছিল এখানে আসানি
বালা আর কানা দিতে হবে
that was Pawan Ratnayakar. Chandigarh ke paid off in Hassan Ranga.
সেদিন যে তোমার ফুইরে মনে রাগ করছে না কিতা ওই যে তোমারে কইছিলাম কাবিন নামা লই আইছো হ্যাঁ
বাপ দাদার সকালে আইসো আর কবুতরটা দেলাইলাম হতে পারে রে
There's Jayasuriya.
বলে না এবারে
এমনি ডং করে
বিচাইরে দেখো টিভির মাঝে
Might be an absolute threat.
আমাদের ডং করে রে বাবিটা
See
হ্যাঁ
that off, they may
বলে
be
কি
বলে আমি ওইলাম গিয়া এই বাংলাদেশের ভাবি
so one in the air and
বাবা তো বুঝছে দেখ রূপা তো যে বুঝে
হ্যাঁ বলে এটা তো বাদ কোনটা আমি কইছি আমি এর কথা বুঝছি বলে আমি কোনটা বলতাম নি এসে কই তোমার আইলে একলা জিগাই বলে
দেখ মাসে ডং বুঝে না
হ্যাঁ এই ঠিক আছে
brilliant.
এটা বুঝে বাপের বাপটা ওরা মাসে মাসে ডং বুঝে
রক্তেরা
The catch was
এ হাং
taken
গিয়া
cleanly
আচ্ছা রে তুই বিদার সব থাকি তা বুড়া রে
because Pakistan
কিতা বলছ
পুরা দেখা শোনা বাইরে
from start to we have a beautiful okay. Technically,
না
can I have your full singer for this?
আমার জানি না হেগ মারি দিল স্যার মারি দিচ্ছে হেগ কেস হয়েছে সাংঘাতিক
Can't take it out. Just want to see when he drives that his hand. Okay, give it one second, please.
কিতা হইলাম এদিন বাংলাদেশে কত করছে আয়ারল্যান্ডে
সৈরানা না কইরানা দিচ্ছে বাংলাদেশ আর্টস
তো ইরানি
Please. If you're ready, anything.
কোনো কিতা করে লড়ে না কিতা
Nice to slow down. Keep
পুরো
going.
বিস্কুটও মশা করে দেবো করে গেছে 12 দিন লেগে নিত
Okay.
ওরা 2 দিন লেগে লাগছে কুত্তায় লাগছে মাই এটা খাইয়া দিছে গাড়ি দেখানো মুতি চায় করে গিয়া তার দোকানে মুতি যাচ্ছে
দেশে
পানোর দোকান ও 5 কিলো সামনে হিন্দু বুঝছেন কিতার হয় না লাগে লাগে কামাইছে
Yes, I can see the ball is touching the floor. Satisfied? In for the pitch is
নোট আউট দিলে
ওটা মাটির তল লাগে সবাই বললো জানে এমনি হয়ে গেছে
it was well held by Fakar Zaman who got a grab of it. But when he lands,
পকর জামান তো মনে করতেন
the ball was against the ground.
সালমান আলী আগা
He's got a grab of it. I do agree with what he's saying. But the interpretation is that the ball was on when he lands and slides through. We've seen that being given knockout before in instances like this.
ঠিক আছে তাহলে বেটা লাগে মাইটা দিতে হবে কেন তো আর এখানে আগে লাভ হইতো না
He plucked that away, the diving catch.
ও মারতো না ইভেন ওভারও শেষ করে দিচ্ছে সকল টিম
That slide after has been deemed that the ball touched the ground. Fakar Zaman, nothing of it.
দুই নাম তিন
Dive running backwards. But when he lands,
ফেল হইছে
that palm is
ও
facing the
ওনি তো মাটি দিয়ে গাওয়াইলা আর আল্লাহ
না
as ball on the
বল
ground.
ওখান লাগিয়া গেছে
সে ওখানে মানে মাটি তো ওখানে যে
তার আঙ্গুল তলে লাগায়
চলে লাগাই দিলাম মাটি নিয়ে বল লাগাইলে
বল
This offense doesn't matter.
এই কথা
Hey,
বলছে
John Freely celebrates even more. There you go.
এটা বোলিং করে রাখছেন
Jumping joy. Oh, they're just appealing for it.
ইগুনো রেডি দিতে বলে বল মারিছে
না
Two slow balls. That's what Shanaka misses the next as well, trying to give him some room. Just how this innings has turned.
যে পাকিস্তানও খেলোয়াড় না আইপিএল যাইছে যা জমজম মাটি দিল
তোমার তো হইছিল একবার পয়লা
Have lost 7
পাকিস্তানি
wickets.
গেছিল
পয়লা একবার
পাকিস্তানি গেছিল মানে তো নিচে যাইছে যেটা না তার
7 for him.
এটা কি
ম্যান অফ দ্য সিরিজ না কিতা পাকিস্তান হয়ে গেল
Lankans under 11 for rain.
এটা হইরা পাকিস্তানি আতঙ্ক ওই ওয়েস্ট ইন্ডিজ বললাম ভাই সাংঘাত খেলানো দেখতাম আর এবারে অস্ট্রেলিয়া নিউজিল্যান্ড আর ইংল্যান্ড সাউথ আফ্রিকা ক্লাস আমি খেলা পারছি না খেলে
না মনে হয় এটা ইঞ্জুরি হইবে দেও আইলো কয়দিন হইলো
বান্দিপুর রাত মাই
না এটা এমনি আইপিএল আইবা
আজকাল বান্দিপুর রাতের এক মাই দেখুন
20 তাইলে আইতে পারে আবার ওইগুলো 20 আছে তো আফ্রিকান ইন্ডিয়ার লগে ওয়ানডে মনে হয় 3টা 20 মনে হয় 60টা না 3টা
মাথা উঠা করিব লাগবে ওদের টি20 বিশ্বকাপ আসেন না নি আল্লো যে সাফল আমি যদি ওলাউট করে লিবে 100 উঠে বলে ইন্ডিয়া কত রান টার্গেট দিল না 200 কত দেখলা ক্লাস অনে করে মাথা উঠা করে বল খেলাইবা লাগাইছে
Quick delivery onto the pass.
অস্ট্রেলিয়ার দেন এগো প্লেয়ার নয় উঠছে টেস্ট সব কামার দিয়ে যাইছে
One again, hits the stump.
ইন্ডিয়ার লগে নি
ওই বাবা ওরে বুঝারে
About turn.
এটা তো আছে অনেক গো
না না এখন নতুন পয়লা ম্যাচ খেলছো 70 রান করে যে তোমার খবর বলে
To the TV umpire.
বুঝারে মারিছে একেবারে থাকছে তাই সাইবার আমরা চিনি
And
এদিন সাইবার সামি
carry on.
বাংলাদেশ গান হইছে
ইদিগো খালি ইয়ে পাইছিল না তো তিনি তো তিরাস
Onto the
আর
pass.
এই ফেরে তো কত করছে না বা সিঙ্গি আমরা একদম মরি যাই
ওরা কি দাইতা
তারিখ তুমি বুঝা দেবো
Clean this innings up.
অন্তরে নেই
It's super soft.
এই দুইটা দিল
Detergent powder cleans like a dream.
সার্ফ এক্সেল কিতা জোয়ান পাকিস্তান
মারগো দুয়ারকটা
লাগে অবস্থা
স্পন্সর
স্পন্সর করছে কারণ দিয়ে দুই গোলটা হোয়াইট বলে গেল মরে এটা তো দূর হল
There was a woody noise, we heard it on the sub mic. Easy decision. Going around for that, another solo long pass.
আমরা এই খেলা দেখাও না
বাংলা লাগার
13 for 9.
বাচ্চা বানা তো আছে আর কিন্তু গিয়া লই যাচ্ছি আর তো বেশিরভাগ ধরলাম রানিং লাগে বেশিরভাগ পিয়াজ এই তো অভাব নাই বিশনার বাজারে
এটা বেটা তো হলো ভালো না
ফোন করলে তো তা মাল আইতে তো সকালে গেল 12টার ভিতরে দোকান মাল লইয়া আইছো দোকানদারি করে বুঝু যায় না সিটে খালিঘাট দোকান 7টা 8টার সময় খুলিয়া হই থাকে
খালিঘাট না আর ইয়ার মাল দিলাম ভাই এটা সাংঘাতিক আছে একটা এখন তোমার 4,591 টাকা একটা এখন রাখছেন এক পয়সা কম হইতো না সবটা তোমার দেখি ও বিয়ার মাল 4,000 টাকার মাল বিয়ার মাল তো সারা রোজা খরচ সারা বিয়া খরচ কেজি দাম আছে সিলেটের ভাত 40 আর ইন্ডা আছে 33
This has been a collapse.
এটা হে মারছে না
না লোড হইল না
লোড দিতে কিতে মনে আছে লোড দিতে
দাঁড়ায় আটো কাটিছিলাম
কাটি দাও গাড়ি
Leading home Francis brand automatic washing machine. Magic of one
দাঁড়ায়
touch.
আটো কাটিলাম আর কিতা কাটা
কারণ দেউলটা কাটি দেউলটা দেওয়া না গাড়ি লাগে
Some collapses in this
Look to
fight.
this video.
Really takes the cake. In the final. Dot, yeah. In the end, it's hot. To end the 90, there's 114 for 9. Run the fingers over the ball. That's really worked wonders. Krishna getting inside, trying, gliding towards the fine leg. So
আর
one
ব্যাটিং লাইন ভালো বোলিং লাইন
to the keeper. 3 for shining shot.
এটা আউট হইছে
তো বলা হয়েছে
Runs into the Texas spinners. Dog has resulted in Sri Lanka being 9 down. Final over. It's off and Pakistan, both Sri Lanka. Salman